Guys, welcome to today's lecture. What we are going to talk about today is how to create a query. So already we have created our table and you must have gotten more idea of how to create a table with the process and also the assignment given to you in the exercise given to you in the previous video. So what you need to do now is how to create a query. Query is another database object, but query is used to sort information or to retrieve a particular data from your table. So, assuming you create a system and again you want to retrieve a particular information from your table, it's good for you to use query. You can use query to do some manipulation like sorting, you can use it to search, you can also use it for calculation. Because when you want to create your table, let's assume you have a table that has to do with calculation, like cost one, cost two, and you cannot use your table to do that. For you to do that, you have to use your query to do that. So for you to create a query, first of all, you click on create, you click on design. So now what you need to do now is for you to add your tables that you want to query. Assuming you want to do a report for student attendance. So what I need to do now, I will add the entity for student bio, then I will add the entity for student attendance, then I will click on close. So here now I'm going to bring out the mass number, the first name, the surname, and again I'm going to bring out when the person check in and when the person check out. So with this now I'll be able, let's assume this is what I want to query. So what I need to do now is for me to, I can sort it whether I want it in ascending or descending order. I can click on ascending order, then I click on save. So what I need to do now, I can say students results or student attendance report. Then I click on what? OK. So with this, I've created a query as simple as it is. So by the time you enter information, you see that it's going to sort in ascending and descending order. Please don't mind me because what I normally do is that I don't normally enter record when I'm creating my tables. But sometimes it's good for you to test what you have done. But for me, I don't like entering record. I like finishing my entire table before I enter record because sometimes when you design, you need to create a good professional practice whereby when you are working, because it's not good for your end user to see your back end, because sometimes when they see your back end they can be able to do some manipulation, maybe tamper with the database or tamper with the relationship or the data type. At the end of the day you cannot be able to trace it in time. So one thing about is that you give the end user the front end so that they can be able to enter record, then you as a designer you need to go back to the back end and do some manipulation if you want to. The user is just meant for the for he or she to see the front end. So that is how to create a query. I can be able to create another query. I can click on create, I can click on design. So I can click on student bio, add, click on attendance or examination and click on add. So maybe I want to sort out the information for examination. I can click on math number to bring the student math number, the name, the date of birth. So here now I can decide to select the level and the department. So now I'll bring out my courses and say course 1, course 2, course 3, course 4, and course 5. So with this now I'll be able to bring out my courses that I want to do. So what I need to do next is this. To calculate, you can also use query to calculate. For you to calculate, you can right click on the and click on properties. Or if you don't like properties, you can, this one is for you to set the properties, or you can right click on it, then click on build. So when you right click on it and click on build, so what you need to do, you are working on addition, so you need to come here, double click on this plus, you see your student examination. Then here now you need to add the courses, because that is what you want to calculate for. You are not calculating for department, you are calculating for the courses. So I can come here, course 1 plus course 2 plus course 3 plus course 4 plus course 5. Then I click on OK. Click on the next place. So here now you are going to see experiment 1. You need to delete that experiment 1 and type total. So when you type total, so what you need to do now is for you to save it. Click on save. Let's say exam got. So with this now, I'll be able to save my work. So I can click on this. So that is how to create a query. So another way you can do it is that you can create it in a way whereby click on create, click on query design, then you click on biodat, then you click on examination. Then what you need to do now, mass number, first name, last name, you add the course. Let's assume department, level, course 1, course 2. I decide to close this off first. Course 2, course 3, course 4, and course 5. So now the other process that we do is that we right click on it and click on build. But now I want to type it in a manual way. So let's assume we want to calculate for total. We are going to say total. You know total, when you want to calculate for total of everything, you need to add everything. So what you need to do now, you say course 1 plus course 2 plus course 3 plus course 4 plus course 5. So with this now, I'll be able to type it manually. So one thing that you need to understand is that some people do make mistake. Please make sure that what you are typing here in this field, that is the same thing you type here. Not when you have course 3 here and you go and type course here, it's going to bounce back. So it's what you type here. If here is C1, you are going to type C1 here. If here is C2, you are going to type C2 here. So that is one thing you need to understand. Then to calculate for average, assuming you have calculated for this and you want to calculate for average, since we have gotten the total here, what you are going to do now, you say average. This average is what is going to display. Then you now come and say total divide by number of column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total divided by 5 will give you your average. So if you look at it now, with this now, I've already gotten my total and I've already gotten my average. So you as a person, when you are working, please, you see now it's total because total is written here. If I wish, if maybe I type T here, here is supposed to be T. So you must make sure that you understand those little things, else you are going to, most students do have problem with query and table, but this is the most critical aspect because this is where all your backend and all your manipulation lies. So one thing you need to understand is that you must know how to create a query very very well and create a table. Was these two things are clear, these other ones are also clear. So that is how to create. So let's save this one and call it examination reports. So let's click on OK. So let me click on view, data sheet view. You know the difference between data sheet view and design view. Data sheet view and design view. Data sheet view is where you can see your input data, while design view is where you do your manipulation, like do your calculation and the rest. So you must understand these two aspects. So by the time you click on pivot, you can also write an SQL code. You can write an SQL code on how to do this. Maybe in advanced class, you can learn on how to use SQL code and how to use this to do that. So that is how to create a query. So let's take it back to datasheet view. So once again, thanks for viewing, and please make sure that you practice this step and also do the exercise that is displayed on on the next page. Make sure you do the exercise and report to our channel, or if you have any issue you can contact us then, or you need any details about how the e-learning books are going, you can contact us then. We are going to give you feedback on how to do that. Once again, thank you.